Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Andini My NPM 19220309 and I am from class B3 2019 English Education. Today, I want to tell you about theory of interpreting. 1. Definition of interpreting. 2. Definition of interpreter. 3. Historical of interpreter. And 4. Type of interpretation. The first definition: interpreting, rendering a spoken or signed message into another spoken or signed message, preserving the register and the meaning of the search language content. In simulation interpreting, the interpreter listens and renders the message in the target language at the same time as the speaker is speaking. In consecutive interpreting, the interpreter speaks after the search language speaker has stopped speaking. The more definition: such translation is the oral rendition of a right text in all cases. The interpreter must quickly and carefully convey the meaning, tone, and intent of the original message into the target language. Interpreting requires excellent language proficiency, the ability to quickly analyze and transfer message between language, and adherence to professional ethics and standard to practice. Interpreting is performed page to page and remotely. Remote interpreting requires technological platforms to facilitation telephone and video multilingual communication. And second, definition of interpreters. An interpreter is a person whose job is to translate what someone is saying into another language. A person who interprets: 1. Person whose work is translating a foreign language orally, as in a conversation between people speaking different language. And interpreters are employed multitude of settings, including courts, school, medical facilities, social service, and national or international institutions. Advances in interpreting are facilitating more and more virtual and remote interpretation scenarios, making interpreting achievable on new settings and scenarios. The historical of interpreter. Historical interpreter portray various figures throughout history in order to recreate life during a certain period up to enhance informative speech and lectures. Historical interpreter, also called historical actor or character speakers, record history by dressing and acting like specific historical figures such as Abraham Lincoln, or general character such as Civil War soldier. And 4. Type of interpretation. The first, simultaneous. In this mode of interpretation, the interpreter listens to spoken content through headphones and speak the translated words into a microphone. And second, consecutive. What was said into the target language. Third, whispered, a variant of simultaneous interpreting. Interpretation involves the interpreter addressing a small target language relay. Much like the range that share its name, relay interpreting is achieved by a group of participants. A shared language interpreter transfers that language in common, and who each speak another language as well. Interpreting release out of the source and target language as a conversation take a pledge. This type of interpreting is typically used for small, informal situations such as meeting. However, an interpreter may shadow a client for several hours or all day long throughout everyday activities. That's all for today. Thanks for your attention. Goodbye and thank you.